Hello there and welcome to this video. I live in Finland and many people think that we have polar bears running around in the streets. That's not true, we don't. But in today's video I will show you how to make a polar bear or a grizzly bear, a brown bear, black bear. The same technique. This is going to be a polar bear. Now this bear now needs to dry, and then I will bisque fire it and glaze it. But how to make it so far, that's what you will see in this video. So please take a look, and I hope you like it. And thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. First of all, you need some clay. The clay I use is stoneware clay, and you can of course use air dry clay or just earthenware if you want to, but I like stoneware. So I start by pinching out one big pinching pot, and for the head I will do a smaller one. Just by using my hands and my thumb, I get the shape I want. If you want to see more about making pinching pots, I have a few videos on that too. So now the body is ready, and this small one is going to be the head. I check the pieces that they fit together, and when I'm happy, then it's time for me to attach the two different pieces. So I use slip and score, and then I attach them. So I now have two hollow pieces that I've stuck together. And I use a tool and my fingers to get it really good. As long as you have air inside, it's easy to shape the whole body, because you will not lose the shape. The air keeps it up. So this is now going to be the basic body shape, and it's good to use a lot of time so you get it right. It's much easier afterwards when you attach legs and so on. When the body shape feels all right, it's time for me to reduce the weight of this polar bear. So I cut it into two pieces, and then I remove a little bit of the extra clay from inside. I start by scooping out some clay with one of my tools, and I try to make the walls the same thickness all the way. If the clay is too wet, you might lose the shape of the clay, but you can always leave it to rest for a while. Another thing that's good when you cut your piece in two like this is that you can check the attachments on the different pieces. So I use a tool to get a really nice fit, and then again I scoop away the rest. Even though this clay is really wet, I still have to slip and score so that I know that it actually sticks together really well. So I put some slip on both sides, and then it's time to attach the different pieces. This step might seem like an unnecessary step, but if you want to do it this way, without giving the body too much support, you really need to reduce the weight of your polar bear. So, by scooping out, I get the weight that I want. It's now time to make legs for my polar bear. And these are the front legs. So I cut them in an angle and slip and score, and then I attach them to my bear. As you probably see, I don't have a hole in this body, and if you do the mistake that you make a hole in it in this stage, it will be really hard to keep the shape of your polar bear. So leave the hole for later. Two more legs to go. I cut them on the same time. This way I know that they will be the same height. Some slip and score, and again just attach them to the body. It's really easy to use a tool and attach the legs if you have your polar bear lying like this on its back. And of course to adjust the pose of your polar bear. I quickly check what it looks like if it stands, but I will leave it to dry a little bit more on its back, because the legs will not support it right away. I do some adjustments and try to make it look a little bit more like a polar bear, with the front legs and back legs and well, the body shape. And remember, always when you attach more, slip and score. As you probably can see, small adjustments make a big difference. It's time for me to attach 2 ears to my bear. And then I make some small adjustments. After that, I leave it to dry for about 1 or 2 days. Two days have now passed, and I forgot the tail. So I have to attach a tail. The clay is not too dry, so I can still do some adjustments. So I use this tool to scrape away some clay, and I start planning the fur and think about the direction of the hair on this polar bear. I use my homemade turntable, and you can look it up in one of my videos if you want to. And then just by using a needle tool and actually a dentist's tool, I make the fur. This is a little bit time consuming, but it gives that little extra to your polar bear. I put a little bit of slip where the eyes should be, and then I just attach 2 small eyes. And then after that, it's time to make a small hole. Remember, this bear has now been drying for about 2 days, so it will not lose its shape. After that, I can draw on some more fur on the stomach, and then it's time to just leave it to dry, bisque fire it, glaze it, and then put it in the kiln for the last time. I hope you enjoyed these 15 minutes, and remember, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again. Bye bye.